Welcome back. Deja vu of 2016-2017. Radio talk show host Hugh Hewitt is with us. Hugh, you and I just look exactly the same age we did in 2016. I would just like to put that out there. But before we get into the Trump cabinet and sort of the drama and chaos that always surrounds Trump, Susie Wiles picked as chief of staff, first female chief of staff. When Joe Biden became president, it was the intersectional Olympics. And there was a lot of praise on Joe Biden for picking the first black, lesbian, whatever, to have whatever job, the first male this, the first transsexual that, on and on and on. Fine. Is Trump going to get credit for choosing the first woman chief of staff at the White House?
Well, he should, Leland, but he won't, not from legacy media. I do not know Ms. Wiles. I've only spoken to her a couple of times, but I do know that the reaction, Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, Rick Scott, three very different kinds of Republicans, all say she's the wizard and an extraordinary operator and organizer and a wonderfully wise and prudent counselor. So I think that is a fine first choice. But you are right about transition games and the great fun that the Beltway has with them. And I was here during the transition from Reagan to Bush. I was serving as the acting director of OPM way long ago in 1988, leaving for California, packing up. And it's a leak a day and a name a day and a rumor an hour and an announcement a minute when you get close to the end. I would just caution everyone, wait for Ms. Wiles, or more importantly, wait for the president-elect to say something, because I don't believe anything until either one of those two say it.
Yeah, it's funny, and you get way more than I do, just because of how deeply sourced you are and how long you've been doing this, as you pointed out. But it's funny when you are getting text threads of everyone saying, oh, I know it's this person, I know it's this person for the same job. And you've heard from other people inside the campaign, it's absolutely not either one of them. So much of it is they want to create this echo chamber. We had Peter Navarro, one of the more controversial figures of the first Trump administration, on last night. Take a listen.
What separates him is three things. It's American manufacturing here on domestic soil, benefiting black, brown, and blue-collar Americans. It's secure borders for both economic and national security. And it's an end to endless wars. And that's all MAGA.
Right. I got 1, 2, and 3, Peter.
That's not crazy stuff.
Okay, fair. No, you got through 1, 2, and 3. I hear you. So Navarro wants to sort of make it that, MAGA is not crazy, but there are crazy parts of MAGA. Where is this breakdown going to come between, if you want to say, the normie Trump supporters, and then the really hardcore burn Washington down, Donald Trump, Mar-a-Lago kitchen cabinet loyalists? Do any of those get cabinet jobs?
I don't know, Leland. I want to say about Peter, who's a friend of mine for 40 years. We went to Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young concerts back when he was a Democrat running for Congress, campaigning with Hillary Clinton in San Diego County in the 90s. There is a big tent around President-elect Trump, and he is open to anyone who brings a good idea and a lot of energy to the task. He has said great things about people who are not Republicans, who are not part of the Republican establishment, not a rhino, not a conservative, not a Reaganite. Just, Peter Navarro is a Democrat. He brings in people from Wall Street. He brought in a group of people in the first term, including Secretary Mnuchin from L.A., and I think the secretary was at the time a Democrat. He tapped Robert O'Brien to be his national security advisor. He grabbed Mike Pompeo out of the Congress, and very few people knew Mike Pompeo at the time that he tapped him to run the CIA. He is a developer. Developers look for talent. Developers look for people who can go from point A to point Z and not bother them in between. So I think he's open literally to anyone who will help the country move forward. And there are going to be very few rules about who's going to be in or out of that, just like the first term. And it's wonderfully entertaining to watch. It will be, I think, very good for the country to get up off the ground, get its energy back, get its mojo back. Most importantly, I love having Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and the entrepreneurs from Silicon Valley actually rowing with the White House towards a new generation of productivity, because the only way to bring down prices is to produce more energy and more productivity and more ideas and more jobs.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.